We're hearing on there, not here. We're not hearing it on here. Okay. There we go. We're live.
Welcome to our Shabbat at home together. We're so grateful you could join us tonight. Please sign in to the comment section. Let us and everyone else know you're here.
What a week for our nation, for our community. Our country experienced an extraordinary outpouring of solidarity. People of all colors, cultures, races marched together to affirm that the institutional racism that is part of our American heritage has got to end now. And we cannot allow those who distorted the patriotic right to protest as cover for their own political agendas or merely for personal gain to obscure the powerful message that people of color, especially Black people, can no longer endure the oppression of racism. We Jews know something about this kind of hatred. And this is not the time to talk about anti-Semitism.
It is the time to honor the deepest teachings of our tradition, which say, remember when you were the other, the disenfranchised, the one pushed to the edge with no recourse. It is the most often recited spiritual directive in the entire Torah. You shall not wrong a stranger or oppress them, or abide them being oppressed, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. The Torah repeats this 36 times, double high.
So this Shabbat, we refocus in the midst of the chaos by remembering who we are, a people deeply committed to social justice. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice, you shall pursue. It's been a rallying cry for our people for countless generations.
Circle round for freedom,
circle round for peace, for those of us in prison, circle for release, circle round the planet, circle for each soul, for our future generations. Keep the circle whole.
This Shabbat, we reach out to our Black Beth Chaim members and to the entire African American community, and we say, we are with you. We can no longer stand idly by. If not now, when?
In Psalm 118, the Torah says, open to me the gates of righteousness. I will enter and praise Yah. In Hebrew, it sounds like this. Pichuli Sha'arei Tzedek Avovam Odeya Odeya Pichuli Sha'arei Tzedek Avovam Odeya Odeya Shar Ladonai Tzadikin Yavova Shar Ladonai Tzadikin Yavovo. Now it's time to kindle the Shabbat Licht, the light of Shabbat. If you have Shabbat candles ready, we invite you to light with us. And if you've already lit or you just want to join with us anyway, you're warmly welcome. So symbolically, we gather in the light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Prophet Isaiah teaches us to turn our swords into plowshares and to learn the ways of war no more. Please join us if you're able. Lo yisa goy el goy cheref, lo yilmadu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cheref, lo yilmadu od milchama. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Together we will walk in the path of Hashem. So now it's time for the Baruch Hu. If you're able, please rise. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. And the blessing gives us strength and makes our visions clear. And the blessing gives us peace and the courage to dare. As we bless the source of life, So we are blessed. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
We sing the first and last lines of our prayer, Ma'ariv Aravim, that welcome the evening and the wonder of the rhythm of life. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim.
Praised are you, God, ruler of the universe, who has ordained the rhythm of life.
The day with its light calls to activity and exertion.
But when the day wanes, when with the setting of the sun colors fade, we cease from our labors and welcome the tranquility of night.
The subdued light of the moon and the stars, the darkness and the stillness about us invite rest and repose.
Trustfully, we yield to the quiet of sleep, for we know that while we are unaware of what goes on within and around us, our powers of body and mind are renewed.
Therefore, at this evening hour, we seek composure of spirit.
We give thanks for the day and its tasks, and for the night and its rest.
Praised are you, God, who brings on the evening.
El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Amariv Aravim.
Amen. Now we'll sing a kavanah for the Shema, Kol Yom Lefanecha, a contemporary piece by Marcia Atti. Every day you are with me. Kol Yom Lefanecha, Kol Yom Lefanecha, Kol Yom
Lefanecha, Kol Yom, Kol Yom, Kol Yom, Kol Yom. Every day you're with me, Kol Yom. You are always with me, Kol Yom. Every day you're with me, Kol Yom, Kol Yom, Kol Yom, Kol Yom. My Yisrael, may we really wake up. May we pay attention to everything that is going on around us at this powerful moment in our nation's history. Please join with us so we can lift our voices together across the entire ether for Kol Echad, for a Shema with one voice of our community. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Leolam Vaed Ve'ata Et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha Ubechol nafshecha Ubechol me'odecha V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele Asher anochi metzavecha Hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha V'dibart bam V'shivtecha b'beitecha U'v'lechtecha b'derech U'v'shochtecha U'v'kumecha U'pshatam leot al yadecha V'hayu letotafot Beinecha U'chtatam Al-mezuzot beitecha U'v'hisharecha. We again turn to the prophet Isaiah for his words of introduction to our prayer, Mi Chamocha.
כי תבוא במים מתחני. כי תבוא במים מתחני. When you walk through the water, I'll walk with you. When you walk through the water, I'll walk with you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
I'll walk with you.
I'll walk with you.
I'll walk with you.
I'll walk with you.
When you stand up on holy ground, I'll stand with you.
I'll stand with you.
When you stand up on holy ground, I'll stand with you.
I'll stand
Don't
with you.
be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
I'll stand with you.
I'll stand with you.
I'll stand with you.
I'll stand with you.
When your journey brings you to my shore, I'll welcome you.
I'll welcome you.
When your journey brings you to my shore, I'll welcome you.
I'll welcome you.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Al tira, al tira.
Al tira, al tira.
I'll welcome you.
I'll welcome you.
I'll welcome you.
I'll welcome you.
I'll stand with you.
I'll stand with you.
I'll walk with you.
I'll walk with you.
La
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 la la la la la la la la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילתו ספלא, נורא תהילתו ספלא. היי ליי ליי ליי, היי ליי ליי ליי, היי ליי ליי ליי, היי ליי light, light, light. Normally, if we were together, we would have some quiet time now for the Amidah, our standing silent prayer.
We're going to sing a song tonight written by Arik Einstein, the John Lennon of Israel, who wrote this: "You and I will change the world. You and I, and then all will join with us. Though it has been said before, it doesn't matter. You and I will change the world."
אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. אני ואתה, אז יבואו כבר כולם. אמרו את זה קודם, לפניי, לא משנה. אני ואתה נשנה את העולם. יאי ליי ליי ליי, יאי ליי 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 ליי, יאי ליי ליי ליי, יאי ליי 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 ליי. Hi di rai rai rai, hi rai 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 rai, hi rai 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 rai, hi rai 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 rai, yay rai 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 rai, hi rai 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 rai, hi rai 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 rai, hi rai 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 rai. Oh, say shalom bimroma. Uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen. Hai lai 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 lai, hai lai 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 lai, hai lai 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 lai, hai lai 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 lai, hai lai 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 lai, hai lai 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 lai, hai lai 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 lai, hai lai 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 lai. During the civil rights movement in the 60s, Jews were important and valued allies of the Black community. It's time to renew and reinvigorate that alliance. We famously cite the strong bond between the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, two of the great contemporary prophets of our two peoples. It's time to lift up new leaders on both sides who will show us the way and honor the great biblical spiritual directive, tzedek, tzedek, tirdof. Justice, justice, you shall pursue. In this week's Torah portion, Parshat Naso, we're gifted with the threefold blessing of peace, sometimes called the priestly blessing. This powerful blessing begins, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and protect you. We've always understood this blessing to mean that we experience God's presence when the people that care about us stand up for us and provide us with protection. For so many members of the Black community, this blessing has not been realized. Quite the opposite. The police and law enforcement who are sworn to protect and defend all of us were too often experienced as a force of oppression and brutality. It's time to lift up this blessing and affirm it in this country. It's time to demand a new orientation, radically new training, new protocols, a new era of accountability with protection and defense of every person of color by our law enforcement. It's time to begin reforming and bringing a genuine colorblind justice to our courts, our prison systems, our healthcare, insurance, and every dimension of our society. Our prophetic tradition demands that we categorically reject any assertion that we don't know where to start or it's too complicated a job to do. It is our sacred responsibility to attend to this obscene miscarriage of justice. The time is now. The place to begin is everywhere injustice is institutionalized. In our Jewish tradition, one of the most powerful spiritual directives says, Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, velo ata ben chorin v'hitbatel mimena. It's not your duty to complete the work. Neither are you free to desist from it. The day is short, the work is great, and the reward is much. Do those of us who are white dare consider how it would feel every time our young adult sons left our homes and we had to pause and wonder if they would return to us safe because of the danger law enforcement posed to them? We can no longer afford to ignore this unbearable feeling that our Black friends and neighbors have felt for too long. We must stand together, all people of faith and all other allies who wish to join us, to extend God's blessing of protection to all people of color. Ken yehi ratzon, so may it be. Amen.
Amen. And now, we invite you to visualize the loved ones and friends who are in need of a prayer for healing. And we include those around the world who are sick from the COVID-19 virus. You can type in the names of your loved ones who are in need of this prayer if you wish, and we will see them.
We say, O God of compassion, source of healing, God who blessed Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, we pray to you on behalf of Steve Butter and Sybil Stewart, Jessica Colas's father and friend, Marty Bach, Tim Carter, Mark Garretts, Jason Moss, Don Messing, Cheryl Adler, Nancy Cook, Charlotte Markowitz, Craig Dixon, David Ben David Vedina, Naama Levana Bat Avraham Visara, Mildred Bernstein, Robert Glazier, Lorette Abrams, Sharon's mom, Savion Plum, Paul Head, Judith Damboek, Bilha Bat Elio Vachaya, Tzipor Rachel bat Esther v'Aryeh, David ben Esther v'Aryeh, v'Binyamin Nachshon ben Esther v'Aryeh. For all these, we offer this prayer of healing. Misheberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu, may the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, healing of body, healing of spirit, and give strength to those who lovingly provide them with care. And we say together, Amen. This past week, a young man in our community, Noah Shearer, died tragically and unexpectedly at the age of 18. Our hearts go out to his parents, Scott and Teresa, and his siblings, Michael, Luke, Zach, Zalman, and Sister Amanda. The funeral will be in San Diego on Monday. We will let people know when the virtual Shiva gathering will be when they return from San Diego. Our hearts go out to the family. This week, our Yortzeit observances are for William Gross, husband of Lynn Gross and father of Randy Gross. Leonard Myers, father of Fran Patterson. Eleanor Hamlin, mother of Susan Homer. Beatrice Mazer, mother of Mark Mazer. And Jacob Lubinsky, father of David Lubinsky.
And we include in this Kaddish all those who have died as victims of racism in the recent weeks, as well as those who have died from COVID-19.
If you're able, saying the Kaddish with us, I invite you to rise. For all these we say, Zichronam Livracha, may their memories forever be a blessing. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Bi'alma divrach chirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv, v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'le'omei omaya. Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'al, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudisha, b'richu. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. זכר, 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 צדיקים לברכה, לברכה. May their memories bless our days, bless our days. Tomorrow morning, there will be our regular Torah study on Zoom at 11 a.m. And tomorrow night at 7, we'll be doing a virtual Havdalah, a brief, sweet ritual saying goodbye to Shabbat on Facebook Live. Sunday evening, this Sunday, June 7th at 7 p.m., the Interfaith Council of Contra Costa County is holding a virtual vigil called Black Lives Are Sacred, an interfaith response to police brutality and economic inequality with religious leaders from across Contra Costa County. I am participating, and if you feel moved to do so, please find the link. There was an email sent out today. All you have to do is click on it. We hope you'll join us. Now it's time for our Kiddush and Motzi. Start with the Kiddush, the sweetness of this Shabbat. We need Shabbat. After a week like this, Shabbat is our time for reflecting, for connecting to our blessings. So we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Chaim.
Chaim.
Sweet smell of fresh baked challah is with us. We offer the motzi, and pretty soon Zoe will be doing her challah baking workshop for our community. And okay,
I will.
All right. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Nice. We conclude with a prayer attributed to Reb Nachman of Bratslav, a great luminary of the 20th century, end of the 19th, 20th century, that he reminds us that all of the world is just a narrow bridge, and above all is not to fear at all. And Reb Nachman was a very wise man. He knew that it really wasn't about not fearing at all. It was about not letting ourselves be overwhelmed by fear. So we close with this directive, this meditation for this Shabbat. May it be sweet and rich and spent with loved ones and friends. Kol ha'olam kulo kesher cham me'od, כשצר מאוד, כשצר מאוד, כל העולם כולו, כשצר מאוד, כשצר מאוד. והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל, והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל. All of the world is just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge. All of the world is just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge. And above all, is not to fear, not to fear at all. And above all, is not to fear at all. Oh, at all, at all, at all. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Take care.